KETO here. Congratulations to the South Carolina Gamecocks. What a heck of a game. And special congratulations to the person I want to be when I grow up. I want to be Don Staley when I grow up. Oh, I just like her as a coach. She reminds me of Nick Saban. And she reminds me of a Pat Riley. Just greatness. Just gets up in the morning and just excretes greatness and excellence all day, just like another champion, Ricky Bobby. But for real though, had a brunch at the house today. I was kind of funny about it, but it was brunch, so it was like plenty of low carb options. I've had some bacon and some macadamia nuts since, but we had some salmon croquette. They had flour or cornmeal in a cornmeal. I don't know. That was a bit much because I really don't know how much cornmeal was used. It wasn't excessive. I really had no way of tabulating it. Well, I had a tabulation for how I made salmon croquettes, and I put it in my Fitness Pal many moons ago. So I used that, but mine was big, baby. I had them big ones, baby, like that. I had them big softball, big old salsa size. And these were not that big. My wife makes hers pretty small. But I had eggs and bacon and patty sausages and salmon croquettes. Or salmon croquettes. You know what I'm talking about. Had that was good. But on to important stuff. A conversation by Dr. Paul something, who is not a PhD. He's a psychiatrist that studies at Harvard, does research at Harvard. He has a bunch of patients. And Jordan B. Peterson, if you've never heard him, he's a psychologist from England. Anyway, the big news is they were talking about schizophrenia and treating schizophrenia with a ketogenic diet. Now, Dr. Paul, can't think of what his last name is, but I put the video in there. Y'all can watch it. He said he came across this by mistake, by happenstance. He had a client who was severely impacted by schizophrenia and a whole bunch of stuff, who said, by the way, I wouldn't mind if I could lose weight. So nothing else, he said, I can help this guy lose weight. They decided just to try a ketogenic diet. But in the process of finding out about getting on the ketogenic diet, guess what happened? The man lowered his meds. Became a fully functional member of society, just like the rest of y'all. And this doctor, since that day, has started to redirect a lot of his patients to a ketogenic diet. In that conversation, they get deep. I mean, it's a rabbit hole. If you're ready to dive in a rabbit hole, and I was in a rabbit hole because I got people that I love that I'm thinking like, schizophrenia is some serious stuff. They were saying something about OCD. I didn't hear my particular thing I'm dealing with, but I've seen other videos talk about it. But he got to talking about stuff at the mitochondrial level. He got to talking about what the mitochondrial is, how it works, and serotonin. And I'm like, so I had to back it up by 5-6 times because I went to public school, Alabama. And we didn't cover that mitochondrial stuff. That, shout out to you, Miss Bird, but I didn't get it. So he went on even further. There were some clients that he had. They had a son that was on 29 medications. But here's the thing, and if you know him, if you got kids that play with the Roblox stuff, I don't even know what that is. I just know it's some kids play with. I don't know. They could be doing something violent. They could be tickling teddy bears. I don't know, but I heard of Roblox. The co-inventor of Roblox, this is his son. His son is jacked. All kind of mental, whatever, visions, hallucinations. Went to the best psychiatrist in the world. Why? Because his parents are billionaires. They convinced the family to say this man had an untreatable form of schizophrenia. Forget about it. Your son is done. Done dealing. I don't even think he was in his... He wasn't 25. So they brought him to this guy, Dr. Paul. Dr. Paul put that man on a ketogenic diet for 4 months. He was almost off all his meds. 3 years later, finished college, normal life. You know, I'm not sure if he's off all his medications, but he finished college. Folks, his parents went on to sow $70 million into an institution to help people understand what's going on out here. That this food is not only making some of us obese and everything else and becoming heavily medicated, but it might explain the growth of all this mental disorder out here. Not to mention, y'all know about diabetes 3. Like the people who don't get fat, but your foot may swell or your skin may break out or you got some kind of skin stuff going on. Or maybe you got nothing, but then you end up with dementia and Alzheimer's when you're like 50 or 60 because you consume so much processed sugars and what have you, real sugar. There's too much of it. Diabetes 3. Look it up. It's a real thing. So anyway, I'll go and get the website. I think it's called Mentality Order. Can't remember. I'm going to get the name of the website. So if you guys know of people that are impacted, they need to reach out to these people for some real information to get to a doctor that can help treat your child. You know, they were billionaires. You know what you do for your children if you had $1 billion? Just about anything, to save their life, to change their life, to give them a normal life. Anything. Some things money can't buy. But I will put the website for the Roblox co-founder that they're dedicated to mental disorders and proper education to help the people who need it. I'll put it down there. Hey man, the world is changing concerning this food. Share these videos. Join me. You don't have to be overweight to get on this bus. You don't know what's coming down the line. You keep consuming that stuff from the middle of the grocery store. That stuff in the boxes and the cans and the jars and the bags and the plastic bottles. Let it go. That's all I got for today. Y'all know what y'all need to do in the next 24 hours. Get it done.